For Georgia Now News, I'm Jenna Eason. Governor Brian Kemp is directing state agencies to keep their spending at stable levels as Kemp prepares to leave office and as the state reduces income taxes. A memo was sent in July instructing agencies to maintain their current spending levels. Richard Dunn, the director of the Georgia Office of Planning and Budget, sent the memo saying the move was necessary to ensure development in the state continues while also accommodating for the recent reduction in the state's income tax. Republican State Senator Blake Tillery is the chairman of the Georgia Senate Appropriations Committee and a large supporter of eliminating the state income tax. He told Atlanta News First that the state is coming down from a pandemic-era high.
But now all that sugar high has finally bled out of the system, and you're seeing a return to normal on state revenues.
Democrat State Senator Rashawn Kemp told Atlanta News First that freezing the budget impacts education and healthcare the most.
While we continue to see hospitals close and students that are languishing in their education, we should not be cutting or freezing spending.
Kemp signed the Georgia Economic Growth and Tax Relief Act in May to reduce Georgia's state income tax from 5.19% to 4.99%. The law allows for an annual reduction of 0.125% until the rate reaches 3.99%, as well as increase the standard deduction for single and married filers. To offset the cost of the decrease and the recent suspension of the gas tax, Kemp cut $300 million from the state's $36.6 billion budget, including from agencies like the Department of Community Health and the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. Dunn wrote that agencies should prepare for additional cuts by making contingency plans for the worst-case scenario. Georgia is home to one of the world's largest tick collections, and due to the state's warm, humid climate, ticks are active year-round. The tick collection at Georgia Southern University includes more than 1 million specimens and is used by public health officials to research and combat tick-borne diseases. There are 3 species that are commonly found on humans: the Lone Star tick, the American dog tick, and the black-legged tick. Dr. Joydip Roy is the Mid-Atlantic Market Chief Medical Officer for United Healthcare. He said understanding how ticks feed is an important first step in prevention efforts.
Ticks are what's termed a vector, and they can carry various diseases due to bacteria, viruses, or protozoas, and they can transmit these to humans and cause disease.
Experts recommend wearing long pants, using DEET, and doing thorough body checks after spending time outdoors. In Georgia, common illnesses include Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Lyme disease, and a red meat allergy caused by the Lone Star tick. Although most tick bites cause minor symptoms, Roy says some can be serious.
Most of the time, there's going to be some swelling, redness, itching, sometimes pain, depending on the type. That's kind of the local reaction. And every insect bite or sting is different from person to person.
Georgia Southern is offering its annual tick workshop this summer to inform the public about the tiny parasites. WSB-TV reports that a federal investigation is underway after cyberattacks were reported in 6 states, including Georgia. Officials say it was one of the most serious cyber attacks on U.S. water systems in years. However, disruptions have been limited. The Georgia Aquarium says its oldest African penguin, named Charlie, died at the age of 40. He was the oldest African penguin ever to live in human care. Charlie hatched at the Maryland Zoo in 1986, but he lived in Georgia for decades. His life partner, Lizzie, died last year after more than 30 years together. African penguins are considered critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, with less than 20,000 mature African penguins alive today. That's what's happening in Georgia now. For news anytime, check out our website at heregeorgianow.com. You can also download our app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. And to stay up to date on our content across all our platforms, follow us on Instagram at Here Georgia Now and Facebook at Georgia Now. I'm Jenna Eason.